fun in chat today. Just got back from work, a long day today, but we're going to talk about manifesting our healing, why it matters. I've also done some more research on different kinds of dreams that we have, and also sleep paralysis. We had a great discussion on that, and it was interesting as far as the sleep paralysis. It's like something kind of goes a little haywire in your head, and you don't get the yeah, when you go into a dream state, you have kind of like a mechanism that kind of shuts down movement, so you're safe within your bed, things like that. But some of us have experienced sleep paralysis. A lot of times that's during high stress times, and you can also feel like an uh, evil entity. And is it something demonic? Science explains a lot of things, but it's kind of curious, like what's really going on. So I see somebody's here. Good to have you in chat. Feel free to join in and at any time. A little tongue tied. I've been talking since 8 this morning at 6 o'clock at night. So there's Samantha. Hi, Sam. I owe you an email. I've been running ragged. It was a hectic day. I was supposed to do kind of an easy day. I had 4 hours where I had to switch things up. High stress. The kids were giving me like a migraine, so they wouldn't shut up no matter what you did. It's really interesting too, because when you talk like really sternly, almost like you feel like you're being a bitch, it's silent in the room. And when you're kind, they don't listen. And it's really interesting. So, yes, thank you for understanding. And oh, hey, crazy bear. John, you were saying that. I just saw that. I tried replying to you. I replied to it twice. I can't see that they went through. I was running behind, so I did it on my phone. I wasn't able to check on the uh, computer. But yeah, John, how many and when did that start? Because I did get rid of Eric because it was just, I mean, I'm okay if people don't like my stuff, they can give me a thumbs down. But uh, it was interesting that ever since he started joining the channel is when I would get thumbs down. It's like it's just a pattern to it. There's something up. He's so angry at me, and it's not even me. You just texted us twice and it vanished. It's been going on a while. Huh. So I'll have to keep up on that because I did see some came through, and I don't know the timestamps, but I know when I tried replying, it usually says that I replied. So, hmm. Interesting. But yeah, was his reply as far as there aren't any narcissists. He's prime example. It is happening all over YouTube. Do you know why, Dog Defender? Interesting. Yeah, sometimes they have glitches, or if they have a new product rollout, things can go wrong. Someone said in a video, somebody said that you're the problem. What do you mean in a video? What video? This video, like our live chats? Who said in a video that you're the problem? You're like the biggest support, along with a couple others of you, but no, you're not the problem. That's where self esteem comes in, where you're like, whatever, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I know who I am. John, I don't believe somebody said that. Let me know what you mean, though, by in a video. So, you know, no love lost with cutting Eric out. I gave him plenty of chances to explain what he was talking about. He was I don't know, asking me to call him a narcissist, and just really childlike behavior. Wouldn't answer questions. He says something like, "This seems like the same as last night's topic, but spelled it Knights," and that's not a common way to misspell spelling with the K. So I don't understand. There's a lot of mental illness going on out there. You were watching a video on narcissism. What in a chat, John? I'm not understanding. um, from a different YouTube person or from me, and it was one of my viewers saying that you were the problem. And I don't even see how you would be the problem. There's no way you're the problem. You're very supportive, kind, interactive, great support for us. So we're happy you're here. I'm happy all of you guys are here. Sam, I was going to tell you that I owe you an email. I didn't have enough time to forward that phone number. So I'm trying. I hope I'll get to it today, if not tomorrow. Um, I'm overwhelmed lately, because my mom's in the hospital. My best friend's dog died yesterday, or cat. Her cat died, so I had to deal with her. She's extremely attached, kinda like John is. She has gone through some suicidal type episodes, and, she feels that the only reason she lived, or is still living is because of her cats. She's the one who I tell you about that has the extreme vulnerable narcissist. So John says, I was watching a video. Yes. Did you type that twice? No. John says, yes, a different video. And considering what I've been through, I wonder why this is happening. A different video from who? Me or somebody else? You think the Matrix? It's Andrew Tate coming to take over the nice people. Dog says a girl on another genre told me that she looked into it. YouTube said that this issue is one of the many glitches they are working on. Someone else, okay. And interesting, John. Why do you think it was you? Did they The, YouTuber said you were the problem or the viewer commented on you, and they weren't specifically talking about you? I'm a little confused on your story. A long day today, so if my confusion, I apologize that. Yeah, glitches do happen on YouTube. Sometimes, our data doesn't come through, um, and yeah, great. I hope they correct it. A viewer said this. Okay. And I don't know what they were referring to. Who was it, Eric? Sometimes people just like to cut other people down or instigate things. Sometimes too, it is different perspective. You know, um, that you were the problem with show with your person. Um, but in our healing process, I really want to stress how we can take so much control over how we handle things. Um, what makes it hard is if everybody was honest with each other, everybody was trying to understand each other, to communicate the right way. Everybody's getting hurt. I started talking yesterday about the generational type things that we're going through, where everybody is, stick up for yourself and go no contact. And we do need to do that in extreme, when it starts getting really bad. And even just, stand up for yourself. That's fine. But everything is discard, 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 discard. And we're just going to have a bunch of hurt people that are discarded. Nobody's understanding things. It's almost like, I get it. We need to take care of ourselves. But when we have empathy, we take care of the other person takes care of us, and it's a healthy exchange. But if everybody is just looking inward, nobody's looking at themselves, and the relationships are going to fall apart. But narcissism is different. My point is, societally, we are teaching everybody to discard everybody. We're not teaching each other how to cope, how to compromise, and uh, I wonder why we're seeing where they say everybody is a narcissist, because if you don't get your needs met, it's almost like we're training people to be narcissists, is kind of what's scaring me. But when it gets to be abusive, that's different too. So dog says, I'm the lover of dogs and all animals. I understand the trauma of losing a pet. Yeah, she's not doing too good. I understand that trauma, especially if they are family. It is usually very tough the first couple of days. Hope your friend knows others better. Yeah. Um, yeah, she has another one that's really old, like 18 or something. And John, is it because of that comment that you're kind of upset, or what's going on? Oh, you recently celebrated that 1 year anniversary of the death of your person, your healthy person. What's getting you upset, John? Because you've always been a support. We're here to support you too. And there's ups and downs and things, sometimes different triggers. We all want to be liked and somebody says something. So, John, fill me in on what's going on with you. Because we definitely want to kind of help you through a tough time. And then also, the reason that we have to try to keep our vibrations up is the higher we keep them, the higher vibration people that are going to come into our lives, and it's going to raise us up. And it's like people just want to keep this going. Are you talking about at the complex, or are you talking about um, what? I can tell you're upset. You're usually a little more precise in what you're saying. Yeah, because I don't know if you're talking about at the complex or through that YouTube comment, but there are ups and downs, there's struggles. Thank you for that thumbs up. Um, we get frustrated. Sometimes we feel like the world's against us, that we've given so much of ourselves and, we've been taken for granted, and it starts feeling like I'm just easily discarded. Like, what is wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. The world is, we train our salespeople, we train our workers, to keep secrets or to lie, or then you have lazy people who aren't willing to help. There's a lot of frustrations going on, um, you know, that the entitlement people have. You say yes at the complex. Okay, several people are getting evicted, and me and some people are afraid of retaliation. That's the thing. That's the thing that gets scary. I mentioned that. Let me read dogs first, and then I'll continue. John, if you were in a chat and made a comment, someone must have either disagreed and was so rude, which is sad. But if you don't know them, just know you can block them. Never personalize anything. Yeah, especially from strangers. Sometimes it could hurt if I or somebody, that you've had communications with. But just like the person Eric, it's like I like, you're mad at me, but it doesn't make sense, and I don't have to continue this. So, yeah, dog's right that, just water off a duck's back. Just, okay. You're entitled to your opinion, and it doesn't really matter in the big scheme of things, you know. Um, but what kind of a retaliation are you worried about? It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy, and easier said than done. Just like I'm here, just heal. Have a good day. See you next chat. Um, it's not easy. It's not easy. We have good days, we have bad days. People frick with us, and then we have other people coming into our lives. We try to start new, and then sometimes the same thing happens to us. So we have to be careful of the people that we let into our lives. Um, but we also have to be true to ourselves. You were threatened at some point over time. Threatened how? Um, there's verbal threats, physical threats, direct, indirect. Yeah, that's not a good thing. I know my friend was telling me about how his worker called the cops on him, and he picked the guy up. He went out of his way to pick this guy up and brought him, and I'm talking so John can type too, and feel free to join in, guys. But he went to pick the worker up, brought him an hour and a half to the location, and that guy was giving him a hard time, wasn't doing the work, big attitude, starts threatening him, and the cops come, and the guy is feeling he's entitled to be taken back home, and my friend was like, you quit, you threatened me, or else. And he's like, I don't know him anything. So it was not a good situation. Cops got involved. You say the guy that is being evicted actually punched you, like punched, or did he Amber Heard hit you? Not good, John. He actually punched you. How long ago was that? It is assault. Have him arrested and find a, oh, what's a TRO? What's a TRO? I don't know why that's not popping in my head. Threatening, I don't know. You tried, but the cop involved stopped me. That's the thing. I had that happen. Somebody spit in my face in Canada, and the cops didn't want to go to court because I'm in the US, and I would have driven across the border to do it because it was just waiting to get in line to a club just to go dancing. And yeah, got spit in the face, and I I regret to this day I didn't follow through on that. So there are other cops, they do, a lot of times they just don't like the paperwork. Temporary. I couldn't get the T. Temporary restraining order. Thank you. Um, so yeah, you can get a TRO. I don't know why I told you, I'm like, huh? So that is something you can do. They do live in the same complex, so I'm not sure what exactly how that works. I know they don't live in the same place. They might have it where they can't return. Um, how long ago was that? And so Samantha is back. Good. So welcome back. No worries. John's having a hard day today. Kind of scared about the retaliation because of the court's actions that's going on right now. And yeah, usually that can be a dangerous time, that they lash back. Uh, oh gosh. So yeah, definitely, keep to yourself. Don't fuel that fire if you feel threatened. Um, that's scary to feel that way. You want to feel like you have a peace about you. So let me know what's causing you to feel stirred up at this moment. Samantha says, "We pray for you, John. Safety and wisdom. Stay quiet. Yeah, don't fuel that fire." You guys are awesome with those things. The things, thumbs up today. I'm so tongue tied. um, gosh, I know Calibri's got stuff going on too with the complex. Sometimes living in close quarters, like shared areas, things can get tense. People like screwing with people. Dog says, anytime a police officer tells you not to file a police report, go straight to the watch commander. I'm not sure where you live, but call the station and ask what you can do. Carry pepper spray. Pepper spray is a good idea. And yeah, it's probably not too late. You can probably still file a police report. Depends on the statute of limitation on what it is. Was it over a year ago? Samantha says, "Dog, hey sis," with a big wave and a lot of love because as long as the statute of limitation hasn't run out, you can still file that police report. Unfortunately, I don't know if you have witnesses at that time. I don't know if they're still willing to do anything. If you want to prosecute, um, do you want to prosecute for that assault? And dog says, "Hey, Sammy." And yeah, oh. Do you know the people that have evicted? Do you know where they've gone? Have they already moved out or are they still interacting with you? Just watch your back. I told Calibri we were talking about changing up your schedule. Calibri, did you log in right when I said your name? Did you hear my name before you popped up? I was just talking about you. So hello from Seattle. Samantha says lots of love, Calibri. So we were just John's having a hard time right now. He was saying how his people in this complex, the ones that are getting evicted, one punched him before. He's kind of scared of retaliation, which is totally a normal feeling. Dog says, "Okay, be right back. Weird person in front yard watching on ring." Oh goodness. Oh, oh, keep us posted. Calibi says, "I used to carry a pepper spray, but I lost it." Yep. And sometimes you should get that. I actually gave mine to a friend. I had one. But also when I was teaching, all of a sudden this one kid, I teach in sometimes I teach online, and the one kid just starts like screaming and he's laying on the bed. He's like, "Oh, my mouth is on fire." And I'm like, "What'd you just eat? Did you eat some Takis, some hot little snacks?" And he's like, um, it just he couldn't express it. All of a sudden, the mom pops in and she's like, "Oh, he sprayed himself in the mouth with pepper spray." So he was messing around. So if you have kids, definitely take care of it. Don't let them get to it. But yeah, that's the thing, like, that police officer, was he being helpful or, was it for his own needs that he didn't wanna take the report? Um, you know, and it's hard too with guys, if you're dealing with females that are physically abusive to you. Sometimes, possibly due to embarrassment or possibly due to society, you might not want to bring it to light, but that's something that you have every right to do. And luckily, it's starting to be more noticed that, women can abuse men too. You actually built a small taser. Ooh, John ain't messing around. I don't know the legalities on if we can use taser. I don't know how that goes, to be honest with you. I haven't been to law school since '97. So, yeah, I guess if it's in self-defense, just definitely make sure that you can prove self-defense. It's a scary world out there, you know? Um, and a lot of us are dealing with heartbreak during that brain fog. We don't always look at things, as we could if we didn't have all that going on. And that's where mistakes can sometimes be made. So, in manifesting our future, we have to, like John and Calibri, look at our surroundings. Is it safe for us? Do we continue where we're staying? Same with Sam. Some of you guys, is it safe? Do we continue the situation, or do we make necessary moves to give us a healthy life? You said, John, I found out that extremely high and low frequency sound waves can affect people. That's true, and I'm glad you brought that up. Kalibi says we are dealing with mental derangement. There's a lot of that going on. I see it's almost like 50-50 when I'm seeing the different comments from people. They're interacting back and forth, like, oh, I agree with this, and other people cutting them down. It's kind of interesting. That's kind of our divorce rate. If you look all across YouTube or Facebook, the comments that people make, the arguing, um, it's interesting. It's Democrats versus Republicans. Everything is, one side versus the other. What is wrong with this society? Exactly, John. Entitlement. Um, you know, uh, and this is gonna sound crazy unless you dig deep into it, where it's like we all want equal rights, we all want to be the same, but we also want to be special at the same time. So, just like certain groups, they're standing out to be recognized, but they're standing out and they're getting labeled. And with the labels, are different, so they can't be the same. And then when you do mainstream them, they're gonna, whoever is gonna want to become special again. They're not going to want to be mainstreamed, and it's a dog eat dog world out there. Kaliwi says, I try to ignore them. However, I keep vigil on what's next evil action they will do. Yeah, you got to be prepared. You do have to watch out for things. John says they want the brass ring without working for it. hmm That's exactly it. There's a lot of lazy people too in this world where, they just show up, expect a paycheck. They don't expect to do the full, value of that dollar amount of work. And Dog Defender is back. Yay! Good to have you back. We're saying, what is wrong with this society? John says, one step ahead of them, Calibri. Got to stay one step ahead. Yep. And, you know, um, I just wish things were easier because there's a lot of pain, and we have to be careful now that we're in pain, that we're still giving our true friends or true family members the time that they deserve, John says, hey, dog, Calibri, and these narcs are so entitled. They want you and I have out of envy. jealous too. There's a lot of jealousy, a lot of entitlement, a lot of trying to exert dominance. If you notice that, everybody has to get their opinion across, and a lot of times those opinions aren't asked for, that which can lead to hurt feelings, even when they ask. Uh, I talked about that one viewer where he asked, and I gave my opinion, and then he didn't want to hear. People don't like to hear the truth sometimes. So Dog Defender says, "Hi, John. I hope being there helps. We have your back, and we do. And I'm glad you were able to share that too. And you say you appreciate. I feel like crying, believe it or not. And sometimes we need to. It's okay to cry, male or female. It's a release of emotions. I cry like crazy when I'm frustrated. I've had so many broken bones and all that kind of stuff. I don't cry when I'm hurt. I can break a bone and not cry sometimes. But I'll pass out sometimes. I've done that. But yeah, the emotional pain to me is a lot more painful. Kalibi says they may be well off, but they want you to they want what you have out of envy. Yeah, they can have, tons of money. They can have, an awesome car, awesome place to live, and then they're jealous that, oh, you got a new table. And then they'll like throw it in like you showing it off, or it's like y- it's not supposed to be a keeping up with the Joneses type thing. There's JG, and when the going gets tough, Samantha saying hi to JG. So, John, yeah, I'm glad you logged in tonight. So, we've been there. It's painful. It can be painful. And we just want a safe spot. You had an unsafe spot with your person. Now you're dealing with even like strangers, people who live close by, but it seems like it's everywhere sometimes and it gets to be overwhelming. And, you know, situations aren't real easy, especially with narcissists, because they don't have the empathy. You can't tug at their heartstrings or, yeah, Doug is asking how your audition was, JG. You had that big audition today. Have you gotten any results? That's excellent. You got to fill us in. We're going to come see you. And I don't know if I can't remember, was it an audition for acting or was it for some gig? I don't know. God, let us know because that's exciting. Auditions are always nerve-wracking. And have you guys ever, been thankful if you've gone to a interview where they at least let you get back to you by email, like, "Sorry, we didn't accept you." At least you're, relieved, to where it's like, "Okay, I know what's up." As that anticipation can make it a bigger letdown, or it cause you to hold off on things. And that's what a narcissist will do too, is um, we anticipate a lot of times and then it's a big crash when it's like, why didn't you just let me know what was up? Dog says John's crying. Crying is a great reliever of stress and feels like a cleanse of all the heavy crap we are carrying. Let it go and embrace the release. Yeah, just get lost in that tear, and visualize every tear just washing away the pain, and do some deep breathing with that. Relax, have some of that excellent coffee that you make. John says, I met a girl today coming back from the pet store. She's going through a lot. I gave her a big hug. And that's the thing, even when you're having a hard time, you're there for other people and you deserve a hug. So I wish I could give you one in person. But we have JG to Dog. Are you a cop? No. Why? Because Dog Defender, you think a canine for some reason. Canine Defender, like that kind of thing. But you're a rescue shelter, aren't you? So she's defending the dogs. So there's people all over the world though that are going through things. People When we did the little class meeting today, one kid lost his grandma yesterday. And when you don't know what's going on, you don't always understand why people are reacting the way they are. Um, but he was able to communicate. Kalibi says, I was once partnered with a suspect narc years ago. His main excuse for playing with other men was his libido is way too high as compared to mine. So he frequented the bathhouses. It's You can have high libido and still not go to the bathhouses, you know. So, and that's why it's good to know what you're getting into, uh, what your desires are, what you want out of it. You either agree to it or you don't agree. Lily is here. Hey, thanks for coming. Sam says, John, oh, that's so sweet of you. Melissa, hi again. Yes, nice to have you here, Melissa. And Samantha says, hey, lots of love to Lily, John. I have good news. I got, I don't know, that's good news. I got earthworms for my new snakes. The one actually ate in front of me. I'm proud of Charlie's snake. Ooh, yeah, they gulp those down whole. And you just feel helpless. And this is the thing we have to remember. We feel helpless, but we're not helpless. We're not helpless. You can contact the police. You can put in that police report. You can put in that temporary restraining order. You can avoid seeing them. Um, you know, but it's still scary, Um, how aggressive do you think they are at messing with you? That's where it gets scary for standing up for ourselves, that we fear retaliation. And that's kind of what I went through too. Um, because sometimes a narcissist will go full hog on you and they can be quite scary. Oh, okay. Defender. I don't think that is why she asked. I think, are you talking about JG? JG's a guy in a bathrobe. um, Lelia says, hi, Sam and all. So, JG, why you're asking? Probably because you're also smart. You're smart in the like criminal stuff. You know what's up because you're smart, dog defender. That's why. So I'll let JG answer that. Samantha says hi to Melissa. Melissa says, hey, everybody back. Lily says, dog. Did you see my shorts where I did that like guy video? I was like FaceTiming with a pretend boyfriend. He's like, Samantha says, JG, I was thinking of you today and I realized my daughter's initials are JGK. Interesting. That's why you guys have a connection as friends. Melissa, how's your day going today? Um, Dog says, hey, Lily, good to see you. I've never seen it put that way, but yeah, GTSY, good to see you. I used to write in code and I didn't think anybody else did. Yeah, careful when you use initials. People can read it, they can figure it out. Isn't that cool how our brain works? John says the thing is these people are sick and don't realize it. That's when it's scary. Like I'm not really afraid to be around people, but with all the drugs and alcohol and also mental illness, that's what scares me because that's when they have irrational thinking and irrational actions, less self-control, and they don't realize it. Yeah, so they're not seeking care, they're not seeking to analyze situations better. Lily says, "Oh, thanks for good to see you," because I thought it was a typo. Oh. Maybe it was, but I figured it out. That's funny. It's probably a typo for everybody else, but I can read it. I deal with elementary. I had one kid, I can't remember, my days are running together, where he just wrote a bunch of letters and it says, I love you, Miss Schiller. It's just like KTBSQ. I love you, Miss Schiller. That's what it says. So I can figure it out. Cleby says the malignant male narc was taunting me last year. He clearly said to me that he that's the thing, they'll admit it sometimes. I just read a post too about another lady who she's like, yeah, straight up told me, I told him I loved him, and he's like, I'm just using you for sex. Can feel quite cold, meaning he took advantage of me working in the gardens as a volunteer. I just looked at him with disdain. That can be really hurtful too. You're trying to do something nice and then you hear, yeah, I could give two shits about you. I was just using you. That's hard. JG says to Sam, that's nice. Samantha, haha, I think I annoyed JG. Probably when you said, probably when I said I didn't want to see a scantily clad pic. Yeah, he's like, check it out. Well, yeah, we all like our attention, just like the narcissist. Calibri, oh, I wasn't fast enough. John says, I found out by calling the person that guy Links gave me a girl's number. I did talk to her and we had a great conversation today. Um, is the guy's name Links? So, yeah, dog forgot with a little bit longer hair. Kaliwi retracted the message, which is okay. I don't know how you do that though. Samantha says, just want to hold you in a place of respect is all I meant by that. With lots of love. So yeah, when it's right to share those things. Also, JG's mad at you. Aw. JG, are you mad at Lily? You I don't think JG's mad at you. No fighting on the channel. Kalibi says, I honestly cared for the plants and I was not there to display that I'm volunteering. Yeah, so it was something that you enjoyed and but it still hurts. So, you're there to whether it's even just for your own spirituality, where you're feeling good about the things, giving back to the earth, it still hurts. I'm just using you, you know. Some things are better left unsaid, you know. Um, if it's volunteering, that's something you're freely giving of your time. John said he said his name was, but her name is Lynx. She thinks very much like I do about things. Yeah. And you probably had a great conversation that people we connect with. We definitely have better communication. So we got some more people in the chat. Feel free to join in, ask any questions. Feel free to comment. Samantha says, "Oh, Lily, why?" Even he wonders why. Yeah, I, I think you guys should hug. um, and chat conversations, we got to be careful on that. Sometimes they are mistaken. That just like that GTSY, like maybe it can be interpreted the wrong way too if you don't always know what the person's trying to say. Sam is sending lots of hugs to everyone. And when we're depressed, so as far as the manifestation, when we're depressed, our energy gets lower and it's going to kind of bring others around us too. So we're kind of going to be surrounded by like depression and wallowing, that if we can increase our vibrations, calm our minds, it's going to just increase the other. It's like a ping pong effect that we just kind of raise each other piece by piece. And John seems like that was a great thing, having a conversation with a like-minded person. That may be something to think about instead of the nasty person. Yeah, we can change our focus, change your vibration, get lost in it. And, you know, do you think it was a one-time conversation or is this a new friend? Kalibi says, so now that his female narc published a volunteer sheet for the building, not too many people signed up. I think they know that these fools are taking advantage of people. And that's the karma. We talk about karma. I don't know if karma is the right word in my mind vocabulary, but it's the unfurling of the negative responses that people get. Sometimes we look at our person, we're like, they're still with the new supply and they didn't get their karma. We don't know what their karma is. They're going to get it. It just it might not be the punishment that we wanted. And we had to let that go. It's not going to change our lives either way. JG says jumping to conclusions. So I don't think JG's mad. Sam says, no, I'm encouraging the two to hug, actually. Yes. Melissa, your day is fine. Excellent. I like hearing that. Um, so there are good days, there are bad days, and you told her to keep that you'll keep in touch with her. Yeah, so don't come across, as, like, needy, clingy, but, just have great conversations and enjoy it. John says, "Hey to Lily, Calibri, only the names of the flying monkeys are on the" That's the thing, yep. The narcissist will get them to do whatever it is that they want. Be careful of those easily swayed people. Dog says, "That is great, John. Happy for you." Yeah, we haven't heard what the audition is. I think Lily's been, patiently wait Oh, JG, we love you, you can't leave. We wanna know what your audition was for. We're happy for you. It did not go too good. See, we believe in you. And JG, hopefully you'll pop back in. We're not mad at you. Samantha says, "Hey, get back here." Uh-oh, that's the mommy voice. And she's giving you that glare. We like it when you're in here, but if you need to take a break, we understand. That's okay. So, when you're ready, let us know how your audition went. Hopefully, it went well for you. And if it didn't, doesn't mean you can't try again or try some other avenue. JD's like, "Peace, I'm out." All right. Lily says, "Today my client was absent, so I stayed and subbed for first grade." Oh my gosh, kids are so bad. Lily, yeah, I don't even think I look right today. Like my eyes don't look right. I don't know. I'm kind of not feeling good, but I don't know if it's because I was so run down, getting a migraine headache from the kids. Maybe I'm getting sick. I don't know. But Lily, what were some of the things? I think I'm getting sick. Lily, what were some of the things that the kids did that were so bad? Because mine, it was ridiculous. They would not stop. I have a kid talking about the death of his grandmother. Kids are talking over him, no respect. Instantly, getting out of the uh, seats and walking all around, and you can't it's hard to teach when I'm in the art room, which is a huge room. I'm very blessed with how big the room is, but it's also a curse because it's hard to like look over here and you got something over here and you got to make sure the kids don't cut each other's hair or clothes and write on things, and they're, I don't know, interesting. At least nobody got in big fights today, so that's good. I told you last night I had kid have a meltdown at the end of the day. Dog says, "Gigi, what is really going on with you?" Yeah, I think there's something deep going on with JG. I don't know if he's still in chat. Um, But Melissa says, "I'm trying to really love myself." And that's one thing that we have to do. And let me read these and I'll get into that a little more, Melissa, on how we can do that. John sending you some love too. So people do see that we are lovable. We have to remember that and not put on one person or two people what our worth is or what our job is. Um, that's not who we are. That might be what we do. Samantha, okay, see you later to JG. Cleeby says the most insulting volunteer job that these fools listed was to pick up litter around the condo. You told me that too. Yeah, a homeowner association where you pay fees. That yeah, clean up and yeah, clean clean up extra litter. We don't want to do it, and you're paying probably high dollar for your place. Um, Crazy. Yeah, with homeowners association. Interesting. But yeah, just loud and chatty no matter how much I um they were cute though, tattling on each other. We are not robot. And yeah, they do tattle on each other. Oh, the big thing is they keep saying the S word. And I'm like, "Oh, but they didn't say it, did they?" And no, they did. I just love it. Like, "Oh, they did. I'll go talk to them." Yeah. And I don't, you know, sometimes S is the word stupid, and they're like mortified that a kid said stupid. But loving ourselves, that comes from taking care of ourselves, taking care of our environment. and, showering, eating healthy, pampering yourself, give yourself either a bubble bath or, you know, um, even just the way you decorate your food, put it in a nice thing instead of slapping it all together. Little things. Have a nice little doily, a little napkin by your side, you know. Um, just lift your vibrations, look in the mirror. Samantha, did you do the assignment? You're supposed to look in the mirror, wink, and tell yourself how beautiful you are. We're our own best friend. And a lot of times we forget that because we can give advice to other people. We don't even take our own advice. How can we expect other people to take it when we don't take it? Um, if we're not being uh, able to trust a person, trust really goes a long way. Um, we have to be lovable. If we love ourselves, our vibrations are in check for other people to love us truly. And when our vibrations are in check, when we're at our optimum whole self, that we just speak differently. We're gonna uh, shut down the disrespect, things like that. Our boundaries are going to be evident. We also have to realize, how society has changed so much. It's almost like setting relationships up to fail, that people are quick to sleep with each other. Um, we're living in a state of what's the right word? I'm going to use the word absence, or famine, a state of need, that we're living in a state of need out of fear or low self esteem instead of living in a state of abundance. So if we feel our friends are going to call us back, we're not going to be like checking our phone all the time. And then once you start getting into that mode where you're checking your phone all the time, then you start building up resentment, like, why haven't you called yet? And then we're going to reach out, and then we're going to feel like we're annoying the person. And it just causes this terrible breakdown of the relationship, sometimes from us, sometimes from them. But they were saying too that the pain that we go through during those silent treatments can be, our brain doesn't interpret the difference between actual physical pain and the pain that we feel emotionally when they don't get back with us, especially when you count on it. Like if you guys call, I don't know, some new dentist and they don't call you back, it's like, I'll just call somebody else. But when it's, um, somebody you love, you should feel an abundance. Like, yeah, they'll get back to me. You should have that comfort. And if you change your thought process to that feeling of abundance, that it helps you wait it out and, helps the other person miss you. And when they miss you, they'll invest in you. So every micro investment helps build the relationship. And hang in there, Melissa. Um, Do Dog says, "Lily, I love kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd grade. That kinda mischief is manageable. It is the older kids I can't deal with." Because this is a part of it too, though. It's like, "Guys, come on. You know better." That's where it is, if a one-year-old bites me, I get it. But if a 12, 14-year-old is like, "What is going on?" They should know better. They should know better. They've been like, it's a daily thing. It's, sometimes a minute thing where we are saying minute by minute, sit down, no talking, no talking." Um, but, the older kid, it's hard to accept or even process mentally, like, what is going on? And that's what we kinda go through too with our narcissist. They're like kids in a grown-up body that has had 20, 30, 40, 70 years of learning how to do things right. So, yeah, the tattling. She looked at me super sensitive on things too, like that, you know? Um, Also I don't wanna be your friend then. They're not my friend. And then they're friends again, and, um It's just their coping mechanisms. They want it's not that they don't wanna be the friends with them, but they feel hurt, so they end it, um, instead of trying to show, like, "I'm a good friend." Uh, Narcissism relates so much, you know how they say that it's their emotional state like a child. Lately, I'm sure you've had some examples where you're like, "Yep, that's just like a narcissist," but they're kids, and so kids, we give them some slack, they're still learning, but we don't need to do that for adults, and they're not gonna change if we keep enabling them, keep allowing them to treat us that way. John says we are not robots, we care for others. Yep, and we gotta be careful not to, do it to our detriment, but Leela says, "Yes, older kids, teenagers, yes, that's that breaking free, super highly entitled," and, yeah. So I'm gonna catch up, guys. I know some of you are, waiting on, in the hole, fire in the hole, with sizzle. It's Crazy Bear. Sam says, "JG, do you mind maybe if you email Cynthia and allowed her to share with us?" Yeah, Samantha's saying that because we really do care. If it's too difficult, JG, we understand. When you're ready, you'll talk to us. I'm not thinking he's still in chat right now. I think he took a break. He tuned back in last time, so we'll have to bring that up, Samantha, when we know for sure he's here. John says, "I'm always cleaning my pets' cages, so obviously I care for myself." um, you are cleaning, cleaning your surroundings, keeping it nice and clean, smelling fresh scented in the place. So yeah, that is, keeping busy, doing our responsibilities, and that's going to make the critters happy too. Give them some earthworms. Are they oh, night crawlers or earthworms? Earthworms. Because garter snakes are not super big, right? So I don't know if they would even eat a night crawler. Ugh. I love it when you go into like little country store gas station and they have, like a fridge of like I've had it where the night crawlers are in the same as like cartons of milk or something. um, Sam says I actually have slacked off on that, to be honest. I've been journaling though. As far as self-care, loving ourselves, what was it that you slacked off on? Cleaning. Melissa says, "Are you anybody as a strong born again Christian here?" I'm just curious. I am a born again Christian, and I've expressed my faith mildly. I've been told in depth because I see that there's a lot of people from all different walks of life. I mentioned that my mom isn't really religious, and I had said, uh, what is it that you believe? And she's like, I don't know. She doesn't wanna think about it, and I guess the main thing I think that's important is to at least know what you feel. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what to believe, what not to believe, but to go through the process. My dad studied so many different religions, he grew up as a Mormon and ended up, Christian, uh not Catholic, but, non-denominational, but he read the Quran, the Torah, just all these I don't even know what kind of Bible's out there. Uh, but your faith can really get you through. And, look at the world, all the intricacies is fascinating. And I don't believe it's just something that just happened. Um, From, getting in deeper, I don't care if it was a big bang. I don't care if eh, to me, I feel there's a creator, whether it was through, like a virgin or, Adam and Eve, the separation with the rib and everything, but I just know there's a God and, you know, uh I've had some experiences. Melissa, have you ever had any experiences that kind of lead you back to I'm assuming that you're saying you're also a born again Christian. Have you had anything that has been like a revelation of a sign that there is a God? Some people struggle with they're unsure. Like, how does that make sense? But some people have. some experiences that kind of help others see why we see what we see. Kalibi says, once my trust is violated, especially by the narc, there's no amends to it. So you got strong boundaries. And I noticed you said, especially by the narc. So why is it especially by them? So I think there's a mild give and take. You probably have some leniency in the trust because you did say that word. That's curious how you said, especially by the narc. But I know they can hurt us to where we're like, no, I'm never even considering it. John says the fact that these people didn't respect that my girlfriend passed away tells me a lot about their character. This is where it gets hard. Is so many people, uh, either they're dealing with their own pain, they don't want to go back to their pain of losing somebody special to them. They don't want to relate to it because it'll hurt. But usually when you have empathy, it's like, wow. Um, but all of oh, what was it I wanted? I wanted to talk too about uh, how we all have these childhood triggers that conform us and develop us into who we are today. I was thinking about nightmares, childhood traumas like that. I had recurring dreams of my sisters. One was face up, one was face down, and they're floating around this moat. I'm on a bridge and I keep seeing them floating around. Another one was my sister at the bottom of a pool, and I kept trying to get her out. And it's like, where were these traumas from? Or how did it affect me? I don't know if it did or didn't, but I was on the swim team, diving team, things like that. But you wonder, is it did it cause like a fear of death or just something I was saying about it? Nobody really talks about dream traumas, which are like a reaction. But they're a reaction to some of the things that we've been going through, things that we're working through. But I wonder if there's a reverse thing that we would bring it to light. It traumatizes us back, if that makes sense. So hopefully we'll hear from JG, figure out what that is. So at least you're here at the right place because we do care about you, John. And um, make sure you go through the grieving process over her. And I think you have. This is the thing, like um lots of love to you for your loss. I know that that hurts, but we know it's final. She's not coming back. She's gone. But with some of us, we're struggling with this living person, that feels dead to us. And what I mean is where we can't contact them, we can't communicate with them. And uh sometimes that lingering hope can keep us caught without healing and moving on because there's no finality until it's over. And some of us have a hard time believing it's over. Kalibi says lost trust is just like a glass vase that's been cracked. Yeah. Yep. That it's not the same and it could probably leak and not be useful. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Sam says, I feel like most people are destitute of self value or the value of the things which mean the most to they finally see it till they finally see it. But when you do know, hold on to it and never let it go. Yeah. Self values. We gotta even just on try not to drink too much or uh dabble in things you shouldn't dabble in or overeat or eat the wrong kinds of things that we realize our self values, our worth, and kind of live that life, you know because right now it's okay to be depressed, but when we start letting our house go, our bodies go, our health go, and they were like, why doesn't anybody want me? It's like, well, am I showing them what I want to be? To say, oh, I'll always get dressed up and I'll always have a clean house and I'll always cook. It's like, you've had McDonald's for the last 2 years. We're not showing them who we are because we're depressed. We're living in a different life. So don't let that different life overtake you. Get back to your true self. If you're a person who goes to the gym, start going to the gym again, even though you're depressed. If that's not you, that's fine. But are you the person? Getting rid of the clutter and organizing can give a comfort, a relief of stress. And I got to do that to my basement. I am not perfect, but it feels good when you do that. It really does. My bed's made right now. Comment below if you made your bed today. I took a shower too. Um, some of you like taking showers at night. I won't be able to sleep good because my hair is too long. It'll take forever to dry it. I like to be really warm and snuggly. So Kalibi says, yeah, perfect statement. I want to read it again. Lost trust is just like a glass vase that's been cracked. And Lily says, agree, John and Calibri. Calibri says, hey, Lily with a beautiful sunflower that can grow as tall as me. And Lily, as a sub, you just give up and stop shushing them. You're right. You're like, just I'm zoning out. Where's my Facebook? I'm gonna Facebook. Yeah, there's times you're like, screw it. That's kind of what happened to me today. Is I went into one of the teachers was sick. The art teacher, so they rearranged the schedule. I was supposed to handle um certain classes for just like 20 minutes so the teachers could go have a meeting. It's just 20-minute things. They usually have it set up where the kids are already good doing their project, but no, it was like a last minute person sick. You're doing 4 hours and yeah, gave up my planning time and I earned my money today. And I even asked a kid today. So Lily, you'll listen to this, is hear this, feel this. There's a kid. I'm like, why are the kids acting this way? Do they act that way for your teacher? And she's like, well, we just, I think they think that with subs we don't have to listen. And every time I've asked that question, they'll say it. It's why do we have to listen to a sub? And it's sad that children aren't taught, to respect their teachers. Lily says hi to Kaliri. Lily, yes, I had that. They're not my friend talk. I tried to give them words of wisdom. They're cute. One girl wouldn't stop hugging me. It was cute. I think that's why I'm starting to get sick. It's starting to feel like I'm getting sick because they're snotty kids. Lots of love though. They're not my friend. Yeah, I'm your teacher. You need to respect me. John says it's how you present it that counts, I guess. It is. It's definitely how you present it. John says, yes, snakes eat night crawlers, fish, even frogs, crickets, and all that good stuff too, I bet. Um, the delicacy. I'm jealous. Samantha says, slacked off on the assignment. Oh, Sammy Sam. Teacher's not happy. To speak self-love. Yeah, because when we're down, we have to be our best friend, and it falls into place. Objects in motion stay in motion. It takes 28 to 30 days to change something into a habit. So it's going to be a struggle for a little while, but even just stop and smile at yourself. When you're getting ready, just stop and just smile. Know what a beautiful person you are. And instead of looking at the little flaws, look at the great things. There's things I don't like about myself, but there's definitely things I do like. And change what you don't like that you can, and if you can't change it, just accept it, because that's not what makes you. Easier said than done, but it's mind over matter. So Sam, I'll be watching you. Midterms next week. John says Merlin Snake is being stubborn. He wants attention but won't eat. He will eat when he's ready. Yeah, I wouldn't force feed it. They can go quite a while without eating. Sam says, I am also a born again Christian. So Melissa, Sam is too. So thankful to be able to say that. Sam's my twin. I'll just have Sam type the answers. Go ahead, Sam, take over. Yeah, there's a piece to it. Calibri, and I had talked about too, like if we put our um, distress into a higher power, or even if you see it as the universe, um, whatever religion you are, that there's a peace that you're not alone and that it's going to work itself out. It'll give you a comfort and you'll be able to function better. And when you function better, you're going to take care of your life better and you're going to see things clearer. It really does um, fall into place. It just does. Not everything's going to be perfect though. We have every prayer answered, but it's not always the answer we want. But I was on the 5-year plan with God. I told you guys that before. I got everything I wanted, just 5 years too late. Then I got put on the 10-year plan. Now I think I might be on the 20-year plan. But it was pretty funny. I'm like, oh, it was 5 years later. And Lily says, can never trust a narc or tell them anything sacred. Tell them what you want to be spread around, I guess. Yeah. They will use it against you. They're flying monkeys. They use it to manipulate or to cut down or to protect themselves from being seen in a negative light. And it can be quite hurtful to us. Kalibi says, how would you explain the beautiful plants and flowers, creatures around us, including us? That's why we believe in the creator. Yeah, because they've done some things under a microscope. I wish I could remember what it was, but just one little cell. And it looked like this beautiful, I don't even know, intricate, like amazing things. If you see certain bugs like expanded out, the different creatures in the sea, even the fact that they can survive, that we can survive, that we can mend. Because sometimes I can think, okay, whatever. All right, that explains. If you want to go that way, it explains whatever things evolving. But what about the soul? And us being able to, heal. We can physically heal. I've had so many broken bones. That you guys know I'm a burn victim. Stitches, surgeries. We can heal a lot of times, but we have to care for it the right way. If we don't take care of our wounds the right way, it makes it worse. My dad, I told you guys, had his leg amputated. They wet wrapped it, his foot, and it just got worse, got more infected, and it had to go. Would have killed him. And just like our emotions, if we don't heal our emotions the right way, or if we let it fester, it's going to make it worse. And we definitely don't want it to either emotionally kill us, um, or possibly really kill us, because broken heart syndrome, the different health ailments that we could get. Dream trauma is a good subject. You've had a few. I wonder if there is something to it, because a lot of kids have some nightmares, and we do too as adults. But I wonder, does that cause paranoia? And I'm not talking like dissociation or things like that, but like being a little extra cautious on things. Just like if you're in a car accident, you're going to be more cautious, or maybe a little skittish. And I wondered, can a dream have a lifelong impact on that? Which it could for a while at least. Kalibi says, would you? But yeah, I agree. You look at everything, all the little, not that I like bugs, but how everything works. They eat the rotting wood, or the earthworms irrigate the soil. Every little everything is, the birds that peck through, and then the birds that get fish eggs on their feet, and then they fly to a different pond, and that pond now has fish. It's like, that's a lot of planning. I can't even plan what to have for lunch tomorrow. So you like that dream trauma? I'm gonna do that. I wonder what it does to us. Um, John says, I've let her go, Cynthia, but the memory is still around and it's hard. Yeah, there's probably a longing or a missing. Um, yeah, I was able to do that with my dad. Uh, I think if he died 3 years ago, it would not have been four. It's probably about 4 years now. That would have been devastating to me. I moved back to take care of him when he had his leg amputated, but knowing everything he went through, he had 2 forms of leukemia, diabetes, just everything, pretty much everything you can think of. Um, and he was at peace. So he was like a super Christian, and just the peace he had. He also had a near death experience, is how he explained it, held on for a couple extra days to get the closure with us. And, he went in peace. I also told you too, when I had my miscarriage, that was the most peaceful. I was bleeding out. And the doctor said I was 40 minutes from dying. And then I was sad and like not happy. I don't know how to even word it. I also didn't want to die because of my daughter, but I felt I was dying and I was so at peace. It was very odd. Lily says, John, it's a blessing you had so many years with someone wonderful. I don't think I ever had that for long anyway. Don't even yearn for it actually, because happy and content either way now, honestly. And that's good. We should be content with ourselves because people come and go, whether it's health related or breakup related or transfer for jobs, people come and go. And we're stuck with us for our entire life. So we better start loving ourselves the right way. Lily says, don't let the jerks get you down. Yep, don't let them overtake and consume you. So you say, it's almost like these jerks knew I was hurting and made it worse. That's why we got to keep our vibrations up. People sense it. People will sense it, John. So um, do things that make you happy. And it's hard too, though. Sometimes they'll target you if you're happy, they'll target you if you're sad. It's almost that's why it feels like you can't win with a narcissist. um that's why you keep your distance. um Sam says, Lily, yes, absolutely. Night shower. Is it shower? um yeah, if I used to take like a nap in the afternoon and take a shower around 6 because I was a night owl when I was working late. But yeah, it invigorates me. So plus to falling asleep with wet hair, it takes too long to dry. I kind of like some days I air dry my hair. So it has all day. It takes like 4 hours to dry. Lily says, me too, take shower at night, then sometimes wake up with hair sticking up like horns. Yep. It will do that too. Lily says, but since we're tall, they're hugging our waist. I'm 5'8". Haha. I know. Yeah, they're I'm 6'1". So yeah, they're hugging my kneecaps. Some of them are real tiny. I have like a couple of the kids that are super like, one will be this tall and the others in the class are all like here. So some are real tiny. There's a couple that are getting up there. They're some of my 4th graders, I'm like, "Oh, they're gonna be taller than me." Not too many people are taller. Short or tall, I love you all. There is John with, uh, his little rap. It rhymes. So, let me scroll down. God made a huge universe, and I see a howl or owl. Who? God made a huge universe. Who? Samantha is 5'3", Lily. We're getting all these rhymes going. How about you? Are you too? Samantha says, my father's dad lost both legs, but lived to be 99. That's cool. My mom is at a nursing home. There's a person in her nursing home who is 109 years old right now. She says he walks upright. I didn't see him. He's 109 years old, walking around. My mom's not walking around. She's much younger. So, was that diabetes, John? About your dad? Kalibi says, even these narcs are made to test our patience and resilience, to test our capacity to think and reflect. And if you're talking biblically, yeah, my grandma always said, don't ever pray for patience. Don't ever do that because God will give you reasons to be patient. And I'm like, it's so funny because I still remember that. I was probably 8 years old when she told me that. And I'm like, I have never prayed for patience. And I'm like, I feel like I get, just like the kids at school, like time after time of having to be patient. I don't, I am a patient person, but on my terms. Thank you for that thumbs up. I see that. Lily says, "Oh, cute Sam. My daughter is 5'3". Aw, that's cool. And your daughter could be done growing. I know I grew again when I was 21. When I was pregnant, I grew 3 inches. I was 5'10" when I graduated. Stopped growing at 12. John says you're right, Calibri. Yeah, the narcs will definitely test us. And Sam says, Nathan, where are you? Remember, he works till 9. He logged in from work. We don't want him getting in trouble. He will be here on the weekend. I won't make it till 9 tonight. I'm not feeling the best. I'm not horribly sick, but my body's tired. I did have a nice time when I went out bowling, and that felt really good. Those are kinds of things that you can do, because I slept really good last night. Usually it takes me a while, but went right to bed and woke up actually like 4 minutes before my alarm clock. That does not happen. He's around. Oh, he's around. Is he around? Did I? Nathan, where are you? Maybe he's listening. Type something, Nathan. um, but I appreciate how faithful you guys have been showing up here. But I don't know. Maybe Melissa's still in here. That there's a reason you asked that question. Are you hoping for more born again Christians or people who sometimes different perspectives? I was going to say something. Sometimes we get mad at God. I don't know if you guys saw my video on why we shouldn't be mad at God. You know, sometimes it can be our biggest blessing. The crap we're going through now. And I gave the analogy, you're still here, cool. Because if we're mad at God, it was a good video. I hope you guys watch it. I gave the example of how I wanted to be with that one guy, and we broke up. I was all sad about it. Um, it never really got deep. It was just a couple dates, but I really liked him. And he's the one that murdered his girlfriend. And that was only like a few years after I dated him. Would that have been me? You know? So I think that's a blessing. It wasn't me. I feel bad for that lady, but sometimes when we're wallowing in depression, it's like he saved your life. You don't realize it or something. Um, so Sam says bowling, yes. How about skating? Anyone like roller skating? My skates are literally like 12 feet from me, 12, maybe even 11 feet from me. They're ready to go. Got my ice skates too. I like doing ice skating too. I'm down for either one. And Kalibi says, I'm still thinking of a hot serving of shepherd's pie. Yes, Melissa, I'm not sure if you were in when we were talking about that, but we were talking about getting a little meat up for some shepherd's pie. So if you see a reference to that, that's why Kalibi's still thinking of it. During cold nights like we have, it's a good comfort food to have. And I forgot shepherd's pie existed. And probably about 2 weeks ago at the nursing home when I was visiting rehabilitation center, when I was visiting my mom, they had shepherd's pie. I'm like, oh, I used to make that too. So that does sound good. Lily, I haven't met any narcs lately, which is good. But looking back, I've known my share. Now that I know they have a label, NPD, and so forth. And yeah, sometimes they're hard to spot. Sometimes we just have superficial relationships with certain people. So have we met them? Have we not met them? Um, but as long as you know we, I don't know, is it, yeah, because I wonder too. I feel like I haven't really seen any too much lately. Um, but is it just the depth, the relationships that we have with people too? But that's good, Lily, you know. And sometimes too, we start seeing through, we start seeing the red flags. So we're going to walk away from more situations. John says, I've actually yelled at God for taking away my girlfriend. I figured it should have been me instead. And why do you feel that? You know, because you didn't say, you know, you made it sound like you were the one that should have been kind of like maybe death was a, I'm not getting this from your statement, but what kind of, do you feel it was a punishment because you said I wish you, yeah, um I don't even know how to word it, but the way you said it is interesting. I figured it should have been me instead, as opposed to I wish I could have you know, died so she could live. um uh, why do you feel it should have been you instead? That's what I want to know. There's something interesting, something deeper in the way you said that. Kalibi says, Lily, I can pick you up at the airport and show you the Narcs Jamboree where I live. Yeah, come on board. I'll show you where they're hiding. They're hiding right around here. Kalibi, can I come too? I got a new dress, please. I just know there's shepherd pie there. John says, want to try my roller suit? I haven't yet until my leg is better. How is your leg doing? Um, and Melissa says, okay, thanks for letting me know. And Lily says, deal, Kalibri. Cleavy's crying his eyes out. Lily, Sam, watch the Griffin Brothers shorts if you like roller skating. Yeah, definitely. Kalibi says, I feel that God has more plans for you, John. Hugs, dear friend. John, you have such a kind heart. And, you know, there is a purpose to you know, and sometimes finding that purpose can really help us. Sometimes it takes a while to find out what our purpose is. And, you know, sometimes just like Calibri finds joy in volunteering at like the garden center or whatever he said it was, but, you know, gardening. And that's bringing life into this world, you know. Maybe visit a nursing home and read some stories. My mom had a visitor yesterday. Uh, or yeah, yesterday, out of the blue. She my and this is where the pay it forward comes in. My mom would always go into town, and they live out in the middle of nowhere, but she would buy yarn, like $40 a skein, a skein of yarn. And you know, sometimes 35, 40 expensive yarn. You can go get it for like $4 to $6 at Walmart, but she's paying high dollar. Granted, it is, you know, good, but I didn't see that much of a difference. But she would support this one shop, and it makes sense. You go and like if you guys were going to take a class from me and I'm selling supplies, it kind of helps me out if you buy the supplies from me. That way I can thrive and continue bringing these classes to you. So she would buy all the supplies at the yarn shop, take a yarn class, and she hasn't been able to go when my dad was passing away and stuff, but she still pop in here and there. But the lady got wind of the fact that my mom was in the rehabilitation center, and let all the ladies know that are in the knitting group. And a lady actually went out to visit my mom. They've never met, but you know, the yarn shop leader, people just paid it forward, you know. And that lady too would also drop yarn off at my mom's house. And you know, when you do right by people, you know, not always though, that's where it gets frustrating. uh and yeah, I agree with Calibri. There's some more plans for you, John, and I hope so. I'm hurting a lot lately because of what those people did. It gets frustrating, yeah. um and the attack, uh the physical probably is scary too. um Gosh, John, I can't imagine. Do you feel you don't really feel safe where you're at? I think that's a big part of it. Samantha says, "I love yarn." Yarn is cool. There's some cool things you can make. John, do you need to stay at that place? Would it be something to think about moving, starting fresh? Just put all the past behind you. But we have to remember, and I'm not saying move and it's a whole new start that your memories aren't going to come with you. But if he's not feeling safe, you know, John says, my girlfriend used to knit blankets and did plastic canvas projects. She even had me doing it. Yeah, do some knitting. Um, I did that a long time ago, but I've never really knit. I more of a seamstress. That's cool that you joined in. Samantha says, John, lots of love, friend. You are precious. You don't want to. Yeah. Now, this is the thing. If you aren't safe, make a wise choice. If you don't want to move, don't move. But if you're not feeling safe, be careful. It's a scary world out there. Um, but yeah, I get it. Um, as long as you're safe, John. Otherwise, I think you something to think about. I don't want you attacked. All that stuff. Um, but do it. Think about the. I don't know. It gets so scary, the way people think and the retaliatory things that they do. People with their revenge. It gets scary because unpredictability uh, is where life gets difficult. If I do this, this should happen. Lily says, when you're down, sing that song. Everything is going to be all right. That's a good song. Yeah, music too. Music changes your vibration. And, you know, try not to be into like down depressing songs. Get some upbeat stuff, move your body. And Kalibi says, with the cost of housing these days, moving is almost impossible. Now, yeah, I will say you're right. I'm debating on what to do. I was hoping to buy a house, and I wanted to do it right before COVID hit, but I ended up staying here, and now prices are through the roof, and interest rate, it was like 2.25 when I wanted to get the house, and was kind of like in limbo of where I wanted to go with my job. So now it's like 7%. It's like, that's not sitting good with me. John says, I feel I finally found a nice place. The housing authority is getting rid of the trash here. Yeah, you are making steps to where it's getting better. And yeah, so it could just be a transition time. This could be your enlightening to where it's going to get so much better. And you guys, thank you for that thumbs up. John says, I listened to music just today. Yeah, and was it upbeat? Sometimes we got to be careful that we don't depress ourselves with music. But if it's uplifting or spiritual, that can be fantastic. Clebe says, let the narcs move, and I wish that they move far. Yeah, and I agree. JD, minimalism. That's hard to say, minimalism. Um, and what are you saying, like low contact for minimalism? JG. Lily says, scary how the prices and inflation is. I agree. So somebody else gave me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. It's hard to tell. Like, do I move? Do I stay? Is it going to get worse? I told you my uncle won the Nobel Prize for the predicting the housing crash in 2008. And, he talks about how it's cyclical. So it should readjust, but I don't know where we are on that pendulum or circular, whatever. But John says it was good music. I even downloaded some music from the $6 Million Man. That's my John. Rare track, something I've been looking for a long time. And you found it. Perseverance. When you want something bad enough, you can get it. Uh, Lily, the news said gas is going. Need, not need. You did that last time. The news said that gas is going down. Okay. Told you I'm pretty good at interpreting what you guys mean. Dog Defender says walking keeps up your endorphins. It does. I felt better too when I was walking, and you know, sometimes when people work out, when I went to my dance classes, it's kind of like a natural high that you get from it and excitement. So physical activity, even they say swimming makes you hungrier. You don't know, but just feeling the wind on your face too. Sometimes just being outside. You can also walk indoors. Gotta walk the dog now. Oh, yes, gotta walk that dog. I hear people screaming up. We got new neighbors. I don't know. I think they'll be okay. It's a female and two kids, but that was a male voice. I don't know what's going on outside. John says, "Who the hell decided when prices go up? The rich, politics, who knows?" Yeah, a lot of it is politics. JG, what's the story with the photos now? Oh, that I suck. I uh I don't know how to get it uploaded to you to attach it to you, JG. So I don't know how to get her pictures uploaded to you in like a reply or something. I don't know how to do that. Um, the only way I would know how to do it is to post it to Instagram as my post. Um, that's the problem. JG, did you send me an email? I can send you an email. I only have Instagram for you, I think. So that's what's up with the photos. Lily says, but I'm still here. Yes. So I'm trying to get those. I cleared out my phone and I don't know how to do that. Because I got to download to my phone. I can't seem to do it on my computer. I'm Instagram. I don't know where I can upload them to you. You can walk me through it. Okay. Because, yeah, I don't really know. So I'm still new at that. Like I have a hard time even finding my messages sometimes, and it's confusing. Um, I post, but that's about all I do. I don't know the other than that. Kalibi says now the narcs are targeting the new dog owner. They are complaining about the barking. Of course, dogs bark. These narcs. Yep. I don't think I have JG's. I have Nathan's. Lily. Uh, Dog Defender. Use it to send private messages to Instagram. Use Instagram to send private messages? Jade, oh, you guys confuse me. Narcs worry about dumb crap. Yeah, and some of them, they can worry about the big stuff too, but they will nitpick. You guys are awesome on those likes. Thank you. They'll focus on the little things too. They just want to stir the pot. So they're just like us. Everybody has their big problems, but yeah, when they're looking to pick on someone, no, get the photo on your phone. Oh, um, oh, I don't want to do it on live chat. Oh, see, I got to go into my email, download. How do I have to do it? Go into my email, download it to my phone. That's going to take kind of a while during live chat. Can you type how to do it? I can read it real quick. Is that okay? Just because we have other people in the room and people are okay. All right, Dog Defender, I can do that. That would be cool. Thank you. And I can walk you through it. And your email, what's it start with? You emailed me, right? I have his email. Or no, I have Lily's. So I know how to attach it to email to email. That I can do if I get his email. Okay, Dog Defender. Okay. You're awesome. Okay. I can pull it up easy. You guys thank you for being so patient with me. And that's the thing is we get to help each other. You got to do it via your phone. That's what I oh gosh, guy. The pressure. Oh, Samantha sending lots of love. Yes, thank you. I'm naive on that stuff. That stuff I'm trying. Like I want to do a lot of different clips and editing and all these really cool things, but yeah, computers. I love them and hate them at the same time. Technology. I just like things where it's nice and easy, not a lot of extra work because I already do so much work. Samantha says I stepped out for a second, but you just came back. Good to have you back. So, as far as our vibrations, the more I study it, the more uh, it, everything is an exchange of energy. It just really is, and um, it can help guide us. You know, Kalibi says, and the narc woman is a cat owner. I am too, but I understand the dog owners here. Yep, that's true. Yeah. And I mean, dogs do bark. And um, the part that's really scaring me is how we're, as a society, we're needing to uh, focus more on ourselves to protect ourselves because we're being hurt. That we already have narcissists who focus on themselves too much, and um, we're not we're not healing the issue. We're not healing the issue, and it's just gonna continue. You know, and you think about it too. Is it going to get worse? Because as we're protecting ourselves, and narcissists have to come on stronger with better facades, better masks, and it's going to be harder and harder to spot. Um, and they might have more of a desperation, so they're going to take you for as much as they can. Narcissists don't always take you for everything you have, but they can definitely do a number on you. JG. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. JG, something like that. Kalibi says there's an obvious display of control. Yep, it is, and that's where we have problems. Is I see it in so many different conversations that are under stress. Is I want to be heard. I want you to hear my side, and a healthy person, we want to be heard too, but we're willing to uh, come to a compromise or agree to disagree, but we're able to at least see what the other person's saying. Um, Dog says, I am an all animals person. Dogs bark, and I have people as neighbors that try to mess with me over at guess what? They have a dog now, and they just ate humble pie while their dog proved it. Oh, Lily, you smell pot walking around your neighborhood? I did at the gas station. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. Maybe it's a contact. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that might oh, it was bad in the gas station. Yeah, it's not one of those, I wonder if they it's like, there's no doubt. Now that it's legal, it's like, yeah, I think people are taking advantage of it because you could definitely smell it a lot more, especially in the winter. People wear the same coat because it's cold. Sorry. Did you guys just yawn? They say yawning is contagious. Sorry about that. Dog defender, Lily, it is legal here, so I do often. Smells gross. Oh, you smell it? I thought you meant you kind of took a little. Um, Get a contact high, yeah. Disgusting smell to me. Yeah, I don't like the way it smells, and then they have what is called skunk weed, like, duh, like, why would you even buy that? Yeah. "Oh, you can smell it on me?" It's like sometimes it's overpowering. It can be overpowering. John, the various states are questioning whether they really should have made it legal to begin with. Oh, why is that? Um, Interesting, I haven't heard that yet, John. And what's going on with the psychedelics too? I told you my nephew is starting to it's either his master's or doctorate. I need to look that up, what he's doing. Um, yeah, as far as the weed would help with cancer, I believe you mean the cancer pain or ailments from treatment. Um, uh, it's not going to help cure cancer, though, correct? Uh, oh, it's causing mental issues. I wouldn't doubt it. It does kill brain cells. Hmm. Yeah, because they said it was like not psychologically addictive if it's weed. Um, but I don't know. CBD, just that's without. Is it the THC? TCH, THC, THC that gets them high. So is the CBD? I know they have oil. Uh, so confusing. I don't know enough about those. Is it the THC that's causing it, or also the CBD causing the mental illness or issues? As you said, issues. Let me correct that word. And I told you, my dad, he did try the gummies, which was the CBD. He did say it helped with pain, but he was too scared to keep doing it because of possible contraindications with his medication. Dog Defender says not always, and not for me. Always, I told you guys, is it Louis or Luis? With nodules in my lungs. I'm not smoking anything or being the recipient of secondhand smoke. Not always, and not for me. Huh. Yeah, I'd be careful too, dog. Sam says, I just don't like being under the influence of anything. Yeah, that's why I was like, I got, when I had my daughter, I just turned 21 when I got pregnant. And it's like, uh, when I had her right before I turned 22. And I was like, no, if I need to go to the hospital, I want to, or take her to the hospital or, get her out of if the house catches on fire, I want to be coherent to do that. So even if I had a designated driver, um, I didn't wanna come home drunk and then have the babysitter come home, so I was like, "No." And yeah, I thought maybe I would like it, but if I would want whatever feeling to stop when I wanted to stop and I couldn't do that, no, I'm not doing that. So, Leela says, "You remind me of me. Tell it like it is, kinda girl. You rock." Yep, just say it. Oh, JG again. Well, is it a beer pregnancy? What do they call it? Um, how will I have the birth? Well, I heard men can have babies now. We had that one. So, um, yeah, this is a changing world we're living in. Um, well, just ask her to do it this time. Just ask. You can be pregnant, but ask her to deliver the baby. How's that? Crazy. Well, guys, I'm gonna sign off for tonight because I kind of think I am getting sick, not feeling the best, not horrible sick, but um, I'm gonna head out as long as everybody's okay. John, keep your head high, and I will log in again tomorrow. Yeah, I'm about to go. um, yeah, I'm ready for some sleep, definitely. But John, as far as what you're going through, you got a big group of people here who really do care about you. So, uh, Dog says JG said it will or should help with cancer. I was saying that always, and you are right, Cynthia. It can help with some nausea from chemo and to stimulate appetite. Say it helps with pain, not me. Yeah, I know for sure I wouldn't want to smoke it if I had cancer. And I don't know how much it would. I don't know. I don't think I would like it. Um, I don't know. I don't. I don't know. Some people love it. I don't know. So, Sam, good night to you. And Sam's telling JG, just C-section it. They have the bikini C-section, so it's not a big cut. It'll you you can hide it under your speedo. Kalibi says, good night, friends. Great chat today. Thanks, Cynthia. You guys are welcome. Thanks for all those thumbs up. Thanks for joining in. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Try to do these nightly. Topic requests are always welcome. And I'll do what I can tonight as far as the emails. So as long as smooth sailing. So tomorrow's my long day. I have to work before school and after school and no breaks. I don't get any planning tomorrow. Lots of oh, Anna, we got to stay on for Anna. You guys want to hang around for Anna? We can't leave Anna. We'll stay on for a little bit. That'll be the third time if we log off. We're staying on. We have to stay on. Guys, don't leave yet. Anna, how's your day going? I was just about to say goodbye. Melissa, if you want to stay, Anna, this is the third time she's logged in. Right as I was like, one time I had already logged off and I saw the messages. SJP, SJP. I don't know what that means. Dog dependent, poor Anna. 3 strikes. I know. I'm like, I can't do that to her. I wonder if she heard me saying that. She's like, okay, click. So yes, definitely, John. Definitely let me know. So Anna, how are you? I'm not sure if it's Anna or Anna. She lurks. Melissa says, okay, cool. I just felt bad. I can't do that to her 3 times in a row. Sam says their class is a visual audio demonstration of empathy for Anna. Oh, yep. This is empathy. She's a cop. That's okay. I like cops. I don't mind cops. John says, yeah, my girlfriend used CBD oil and it didn't work. Oh, you're saying that because we're talking about what we're talking about. It's that little trigger. Your girlfriend used the oil and it didn't work. Yeah, I don't know. Samantha says because you stayed on. Yeah, it took me a second, but yeah, you were like, this is live teachable moment here. Dog defender Anna, tough job. There's okay, you are still here. Sorry. It's like good to have you here. So you can tell we've been waiting, looking forward to you. So feel free to give me that thumbs up. But yeah, John's having a hard time. Some of us, our days are a little bit better. We got Melissa joining us and a whole bunch of others. But how are you doing? And I can't remember if it's Anna or Anna. I say Anna. If it's Anna, I think I said last time tape AH for Anna. And I'll know it's Anna. JG, what city do you police? You're so bad. She's undercover. She's not going to tell us. Jan says, my phone died again. She tried everything, but nothing worked. What do you mean, Jan? That she tried everything, but nothing worked. Dog says, Samantha, are you here? All of them. Anna replies, yes. Yay. We are happy. I was like, oh gosh. But yeah, manifest things and see how things sometimes too. I know which and Nathan's here too. You just got in just in time. I got such a headache, guys. But Anna popped in. This would have been the 3rd strike. And Nathan, are you done with work? You're a little bit early. Glad you're here. Just emojis. John saying hey to Anna. Yes, Lily stayed on too. Still walking the dog. And Nathan says, my Queen Sam, my Nathan, Romeo, Romeo. Nathan says, no. No. Oh, you're not still at work. Dog says, just wanted to make sure I said goodnight to you. You okay today? And was that to Anna? Anna? I'm doing okay today, if you're asking me. Sam says, "Oh, that's so sweet. You're at your second job." And I think I missed, yes, ma'am, dog defender. So you're still walking your dog. You got your second job. So you're getting through it. Nathan says, it was fun. I'm glad I went. Definitely I gotta. It's so funny how I bowl. Like I'm either really good or really not. And I had a lot of strikes, a lot of spares, and then four. So it got frustrating, but it turned out good. I didn't eat all day. I had like maybe 120 calories all day, and we got there at like 7, and I had my pretzel with cheese. I was like looking forward to it. It was all worth it. But when you don't eat and then you finally do, it tastes so much better. So it was like the best. It was gourmet. Um, a little sad that what is up with you guys? Is it you guys or is it society? Jalapeno sauce or whatever that zest is that they put in cheese. I just like melted cheese. I don't like that. But everybody's doing that now. Also, smoked flavor. I don't like smoked flavor. JG, I got to stop commenting on here. Why do you say that? We want to know how your audition went, though, because we do care about you. And bowling was fantastic. Sam says, "Oh, okay, manager job." Nathan, I'm either a workaholic or I'm crazy. Yeah, and sometimes keep him busy. Be careful not I kind of fell into this too, where I overwork and I neglect my social life, my basement cleaning. Um, but sometimes that's our coping mechanism too. Sometimes our bills dictate that we have to work that much. Um, Also, if you work 40 hours and you just need like 3 more hours of salary, but the only job is offering 20 more hours, so you gotta take a 20-hour job for the extra 3 hours more that you needed, but, definitely still take time for yourself. That's important. We can get stuck in ruts, and when we don't have a work day, we kind of feel lost sometimes too. John says, "My girlfriend tried everything, but nothing really helped her." Okay. Um, yeah, and John, I don't want you to feel that, you know, um like guilty that it was her and not you, if that makes sense. It is hard working 2 jobs. I've done, definitely long hours like that before, and not for my whole life, but, several years, and it is very difficult. And Dog says, "What type of cancer, if you don't mind me asking?" JG cops are lurking. Nathan says, "You're skinny enough, Cynthia." Oh, thank you. I'll just say thank you. I don't I'm a little bit heavier than normal and it hurts my joints. So that's why I want to lose a little bit just because my joints hurt. Ovarian cancer. Sam says, "I'm imagining that would be really hard. 2 jobs." Yeah. And that's definitely admirable, but definitely take some time for yourself. What's up, brother Sam? Lily says, "So sorry, John." And yeah, when we see our people struggling, sometimes we want to take away that pain, but you know, we can only be their support at that time and let them know that they're loved and comfort them that way. When my dad passed, if Melissa's still here, he was very religious and that gave him the comfort in his dying days. Um, so Dog Defender says, "JG, what's going on with you? You seem very easily triggered. Can we help?" And I know Dog Defender means that out of a lot of compassion. Sometimes patterns can let us know what people are feeling. And um, I know you had said some things in a previous chat that about not living past 40, something like that, that we want you to have a really nice long life. Also, I don't know how old you are. How old are you? And you guys never have to tell me something that you're not comfortable with. Um, but that's somebody reaching out with love to you. John says, "I appreciate all the support tonight. I love you all." especially Cynthia. Yeah, we've known each other for over a year now. Yeah. Nathan says, "I'm save up for me and Sam." Aw, you're saving that money. Got that wedding to plan. And Nathan says hi to Lily. Sam says, "I'm not hard to please. Don't need loads of money. Haha." And I believe that. I believe, yeah. Nathan says, "My dog Snoop Doggy Dog. Snoop, Snoop." Oh, John, I'm so sorry. Dog says, "They feared mine would end up there, so I did a radical hysterectomy. Now they worry about Mets, so back for scans." It is like metastasizing. Is that what you mean? It is really difficult to be a crew taker. God bless you. Yeah, it is difficult. Nathan says, "I'll spoil you, Sam." Melissa, I'm praying for you guys. And prayer can make a huge difference, you know. And in a sense, too, sometimes it's almost like a meditation where you're thinking through your thoughts when you put up a prayer. You're focusing on what is bothering me. And JG's 31. Yeah, that's only 9 years away, you know. Um, I'm 52. You got a lot longer to live. Uh, Potential, we never know when we're going to go. But Dog says, "JG, you are younger than my youngest. So hang in there. We're going to be your mothers, tell you what to do." Leela says, "Hi, Nathan." Nathan says, "Hopefully everything works out, John." And yeah, with the housing thing that you're going through, hopefully that pans out a little bit easier or a little less fearful. So, Melissa, thanks for hanging in there. And yes, we are praying. Nathan says hi to Melissa. And Anna is in here too. Anna, um, guys, thanks for sticking around for Anna. JG says, "Dog, you can stop asking me questions. Haha." Being sarcastic. You got a wall built up. You got that emotional wall. Yes, metastasis. Sorry, cancer group abbreviates everything. I meant caretaker, not crew. Oh, okay. LOL. At least I picked up on the myths. Um, but it's meant out of love. But JG is not ready to talk about it. And hopefully you will. So Dog Defender says that's not cool. She is here for you. So I think he's just not ready to talk about it, you know. Um, but do you really mean that? Be careful, because if you like stop asking me questions, you're asking her to stop caring as well, you know. So remember that. Remember our words when we put it. Um, and there, uh, putting it right back at you. And that's kind of where this is going to be met with a lot of love, a lot of love. Is it does seem, can we be real here? It does seem that you're hurting, and you can see it in the cadence and the words. So I'm not saying you're a narcissist by any means. I don't know you well enough, but you have somebody willing to love you, and it's too hard to talk about, which is understandable. There are times that we're not ready, but this is why hurt people, and it turns out to hurt ourselves too. So when we're hurting, and we can't express it, those words will come off, or we'll put it back on the other person, tell them, little mocking. So I get where you're coming from, um, but that just shows, just a quick little recap of, you know, uh, you can say, "Thanks for caring. I'm not ready to talk about it." Things like that, that we have to be careful in future relationships. I know this is the internet. Some of you probably feel really bonded. Some of you just are in this chat, but it just shows if we can change our words, it can keep people around. So if you responded to Lily like, "Thanks for caring. I'd rather not talk about it," and she should respect your boundaries. Um, so I know you say the haha. I know you say the haha, but it triggered her. She's like, "That's not cool." So It's hard. We all had those triggers. It felt dismissive to her, probably. So, big hugs to you guys. Relationships are difficult and little words. Plus, we're doing text. That makes it harder too. You can't get the little, yeah, don't stop asking me questions. Like I'm just teasing. Um, John says, much love to everyone tonight. Yes, look at all those beautiful emojis. Dog says, you don't have to tell me anything. I was just wanting you to know I was picking up something. I was feeling compassion for you. Wanted to remind you we are here. And that's what this whole channel is about. We are soul survivors. And the more we learn, the easier it is to heal, the quicker we can heal. Also, just a support system on people understanding us, people wanting to be there for us. Nathan says, I don't have time for negativity. No one has. And yeah, there are times that, we can be a good friend and kind of lift somebody up, or redirect them, because we all can go through, like the doom and gloom. We're not always going to be happy and on track. But yeah, to stay stuck in it and live a life like that. Nathan says, you can be hurt, but not disrespectful. That's a definite no for me. Our hearts are touched, JG. That's all. And I love that quote. Hurt people is so true. Yes. Sam says, Nathan's right. Respect is key. Dog defender. Nathan, it is stressful. Negativity is a big part of society. I have to go out of our way to try to lift others, even if it is not welcome. Respect is right. Nathan, I will help any way I can for anyone, but not be a doormat. Yep. Melissa, I'm trying to change my negative attitude to positive attitude, and it takes time, but it's mind over matter, and it can be a challenge sometimes, because we are going through, cognitive dissonance and rumination and feeling guilt and going through the 5 stages of grief. We have to go through those stages of grief in order to come out on the other side with acceptance. And once you get in that acceptance mode, it is like a weight is lifted off your shoulder. Um, and realize some of the things that are bringing you down, um, and overcome those, you know. Nathan says, absolutely, Melissa. Dog says, good for you, Melissa. It works when you work it. Positive affirmations have worked for me. And that's what I was talking about with Sam is, just tell yourself what a wonderful person you are. Look in the mirror and say 3 wonderful things. I'm caring, I'm loyal, I'm this. Switch it up every day. You can even write on your mirror with a whiteboard marker, or buy yourself a flower every now and then, put it on your table. um just realize that there's no one like you, and that's pretty fascinating you know so dog says, good for you. Lily says, I've always been an optimist. That's another reason Narc was dumped. His downer, pessimistic, catastrophic thinker got so old. Yeah, there are some where they're just going to be downers no matter what, and it's like, geez, you're bringing me down too. That's why they say you are the product of the 5 people that are closest to you, that you surround yourself with the most, and it is true. The vibrations will shift, that you will start being more depressed, and that's going to change your situation with other people. So we have to fake it till you make it sometimes, where you don't want to get up, but get up and do it. And the invigoration from the sun, or the social aspect to go, if you go hang out with a friend and try to talk about upbeat things instead of talking about the doom and gloom in your life. Talk about the wonderful things, and you'll see how that is a shift. They're going to get excited too and share their exciting stories, because if you share your negative stories, they're going to match it with their negative stories. Bring everything up. Bring everything up. um Dog says Nathan agree, no doormat status for survivors of narc abuse. JG, there probably are cops tuned in. There could be. There could be. I don't know. There might be. JG, that's quite a possibility. Nathan says, I'm just fine in my life when you're I just find in my life when you're around negative people, negativity will come back to you. When you're around positive people, positive things come back to you. And that's what I was saying. It'll change those vibrations. So if you keep adjusting up, it'll bring them up. And if they don't want to stay in happy town, they'll go. But good advice, Nathan. Lily always had a frown and scowl on his face. Hmm. Yeah, they even said too that you know to see what somebody looked like in their pictures. Are they smiling? Are they frowning? Because we're also taught uh, um, to smile in pictures, but like candid pictures, are they smiling? True influence has great impact. You're right, Samantha. And look at Lily vomiting. JG, finding solitude is greater than people. Hmm. I don't know. Knowing who your true sense of self is. Um, but JG's like, hello, police. I love it. Jazz says, cops tune in if necessary. uh, Hawaii 50. This is Michigan 50. um, yeah, this is undercover. We're trying to find our narcs. My daughter is a little moody. I'm always even keel, not moody. Yeah, she's only what, 16? That's kind of normal. Um, but it depends if it does it fluctuate or is it like all the time. Lily. FBI. Little Macaulay Culkin going on. When did he turn purple? JG says, I've seen it all. Solitude is the best option. And see, solitude is good, but a little bit of human interaction. I think that's why you're here. It's good to have human interaction. Nathan says, "You there, Sam? How's the babies? How are the babies? How was your day with your person? Was it good, bad?" And you know, I'm so glad we got to stay on for Anna. A smidgen of human interaction. That's all right. It's still some, and it feels good, doesn't it? Gotta tell me I'm right. Gotta give in a little bit. Lily, not all the time. You're right. Teenager stuff, 16. Yeah, because it could be like, what do you mean? Or so and so doesn't like me, or I want to go out, or I don't have money to do this. And. So school can be hard sometimes too. The kids aren't always nice. That's for sure. And expectations and life is hard. All these people trying to get along is absolutely crazy. What is this? Horror in New York. I don't know what that is. Hello, officer. JG's the silly one. JG's being silly. She is not an officer. She is FBI special agent. Just kidding. So, guys, I'm so glad that you guys tuned in. I'm gonna have to head to bed though, so I'm glad we caught you. I will be on at 6 Eastern Standard Time, which is 3 Pacific Time. Is the Super Bowl? That's usually first week or so of February. It used to be that last week of January. Uh, Federal instigator. Ha ha ha. The Super Bowl, I haven't heard yet. Who is playing? And did they get the date? Sam, you're a fighter. Nathan, hope to see you tomorrow. Doug might be a Fed. This is so silly. Hydrate. I probably should. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I will. So I don't know. It looks like to me, it looks like even my eyes look different today. So your day was tiresome. See you tomorrow. Have a great night. So 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to let me know if there's certain topics you want to talk about. Definitely lots of love and healing, positive affirmation, be mindful, and empower yourself. That's when the healing, as time goes on, it does get easier, but there's a lot of struggles. So we'll go through it with you guys. All right, guys. Lots of love to you. See you in the next stream tomorrow. Okay, cool. See you then. Bye. 6 it is.